Hi! So a couple weeks ago I posted 2 pictures on Reddit, subreddit Dreadlocks, about my side braid bun. This is Gunny. And he decided he can't not be a part of this apparently. Lay down. Thank you. And somebody asked me for a tutorial. I have no idea if this is gonna work. I've never made anything like this before, but I figured give it a shot. So I've had my dreadlocks for about 4 months. Hi, Gunny. Yeah, about 4 months. I've had dreadlocks twice before. You're so distracting. You are. But I was a swimmer in college at the time, and it just never really worked. So I waited till after I was done, and I moved to Colorado, and I live in a ski town now, and dreadlocks are perfectly acceptable, so I got dreadlocks finally. They're in there, I call them bumps on a log. You know, not all that great looking, but they got a lot of character, so that's okay. I do crochet my dreadlocks with this thing. I don't know if you can see it. It's really tiny. I'm really busy working right now, so I haven't had a chance to really take time and maintain them, but that's okay. They don't really need it. It just makes them look a little bit nicer. Yeah, sorry, my puppy is really distracting. But he's okay. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Lay down. Okay, so hair. I use one of these things. They just seem to work a little bit better. I start by putting my hair in a ponytail. And I try to get it as tight as I possibly can. Just makes it a little bit nicer in the long run. Even though where I work, dreadlocks are pretty acceptable, they do ask that you keep them like tied up or at least, in a headband or something, and unfortunately I don't think neglect dreadlocks are really acceptable, which is sad because neglect dreadlocks are really awesome. So yeah, so the whole reason I started this was because when I would put this in the ponytail for work, these things, a lot of these didn't really stay in there. So what I do for this particular one, it's basically a French braid with picking it up only on this side, not anywhere else. Bye, Gunny. So, and then even when I had normal hair, I could never really do a French braid on myself correctly. It was always technically like a Dutch braid, which is also called the inside out braid. I don't know how to do a proper French braid on myself apparently, but this works. So I have 4 strands, but this is my little baby one, so it gets in with this guy. So yeah, you start braiding. 1, 2, 3. And you only pick up on this side along your temple. Oops. Where did my little guy go? Yep. So 1, 2, 3. And pick up along here again. And the thing is, and the nice thing about dreadlocks is that they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be the same thing every day. Sometimes my braids go way up here. Sometimes they're all the way down here. It doesn't have to be perfect. 2, 3. And eventually, you just sort of run out or your hands get tired. And I just sort of pin it over there underneath. Yeah, that's the braid part. This one isn't my best, and you can use lots and lots of pins and, pin any of the exceptionally poofy parts down like this one. If you don't know, and I think it's a pretty common life tip already, but bobby pins, see the kinky side? That's the part that goes against your head, that slides in. It actually helps a lot. You don't think it would help that much, but it does, especially with dreadlocks. So yeah. So, you know, put as many bobby pins as you feel like you need to secure it all. And then as far as the bun, it's basically a ballerina bun if you know how to do that with like the foam, and you know, you spread it over the top and with the net and all that. But obviously not really. I did use like the actual foam donut thing, but with my my dreadlocks shrinking, it just got to be too much of a hassle, and they're poofy and they have enough volume already that they can kind of do it. So if you don't know what a ballerina bun is, it's basically what I do for this bun, which isn't a true ballerina bun. But you're spreading your hair like all around sort of evenly. You smush it down, and what I do is I take a smaller hair tie and put it over the top. It doesn't always work. So yeah, kind of like that, you know, bring them up and through. I do a lot of this by feel. Yeah. If you want to leave it just like that, you can. I like to, you know, maybe pin some of these down and try to do this without ruining bobby pins, which is really hard. I always end up with a couple of these guys at the end of every day, so I go through a lot of bobby pins. You know, if you want to take a couple of these, bring them up and around, you know, pin it that way. You can do the same thing, just go the other way. You can go up, basically whatever you want. And whatever you feel looks nice. It's definitely something I've learned with dreadlocks, is that you really can't care about what other people think. But I've actually had this hairstyle, and I'm a receptionist at a spa, at a massage place, and I've had moms like compliment my hair when it's like this, and they don't realize it's dreadlocks, and their daughters are like, "Mom, those are dreadlocks. You won't let me get dreadlocks." And they're like, "I just complimented dreadlocks." It's like, yeah, you did. So this is kind of my go-to for you know, like an interview, or you know, you just want to look nice, or as nice as dreadlocks can be, which is awesome. Yeah. So it's basically in a bun, and then, you know, I'll check it with the mirror in the back, make sure it all looks good. Does it look good? I think it looks good. I like to cover up the hair tie. I don't know if it's all covered up right now, but I think it's pretty good. So yeah, that's basically it. If you want to get super neat about it, you can pin all this stuff down, but you don't have to. I haven't done a fishtail braid with dreads yet. My hair isn't quite long enough, but I think I'm going to experiment with something like this. I've done this and then put like another one, you know, starting here and doing the same thing this way. You can do one up the back, although mine aren't quite long enough yet. Yeah, dreadlocks are fun, so experiment with them. And there's definitely more than one way to style dreadlocks, and you don't just have to put a hat on your head all the time. Although sometimes I do that when I don't want to deal with them. Check up on Pinterest, not just dreadlock hairstyles. You can do any hairstyle with dreadlocks, any tutorial, you know, those cutesy little picture tutorials on Pinterest. You can do those with dreadlocks too, so don't limit yourself to, I have dreadlocks, I can only do 1 or 2 hairstyles. That's not true at all. And I really was not very good at doing hair until I got dreadlocks. My normal hair was always either in a ponytail or just, I don't even know. But now that I have dreadlocks, I can do fun stuff like this. To me, it's a lot easier to braid. It's a lot more fun to style. So yeah, I'm gonna go ski now and maybe go play with my puppy some more. So have a wonderful day.